Hi. So, six again. Uh, this is going to be an interesting video because if you didn't know this, the reason I started this channel was essentially to operate as a real life application. So, I wanted it to be an application to eventually work at Bolt. I was really impressed by what they were building. That was back in October, and had built some stuff with it. And just like with Zapier, where I had built up an expertise in it and was able to charge people as a consultant, I felt like this is like a Zapier moment for me, except for with building products. So I thought, man, Bolt is going to be on a crazy run. I will create this channel as a way to show how passionate I am about the company, about the product, how well I know the product, because I have a background in customer success and customer support and things like that in startups. And so I created this channel to actually be like a supplement to a job application. And so I wanted to keep building with it. I wanted to build, maybe like a few products just to kind of display, send it over to Eric and team for a job that they had open, was like director of customer service, and didn't hear anything back from them. I sent an application. I sent them a cold email. I didn't really hear like that. I wanted to, if that wasn't available, I was going to like organize like a hackathon here in my city, because I felt like so many people need to know the promise and of Bolt and the value of the platform. Got a response from that, got passed on to someone. They never followed up. So I was like, whatever. I'll you know what I'll do? I'll turn this channel into something that's just a way for me to help people who might be looking for maybe not the tutorials and the quick cuts and the jump cuts and all like the cool slick, here's how you build with this product and things like that, but just want to know like the nitty gritty of how hard is it to actually deploy a backend. How do you incorporate Stripe? How do you use GitHub? How do you use Claude and ChatGPT to help with save on tokens with Bolt? Things like that that could be interesting is what it evolved into. But because I've gotten so good at it, because, you are seeing, 30, 40 hour long, 30, 40, 60-minute videos of me building, but I'm building with it all day and most nights. So I'm building with it 8 hours a day. And then after the kid goes down, I'm going to a space and then working from, anywhere from 8:30 till 1 or 2 in the morning. So I'm putting in like 100-hour weeks, give or take. And then on weekends, I'm basically working on it a lot, except for family time. And so I've gotten deep enough in this where I was meeting with someone who invested in a previous company and telling them about all the stuff that I was building. And I had previously sent them an email like, hey, you should try Double Me. I think it could be cool for VCs. And they tried it. They loved it. Met with them in person. Drove to meet them, and it took an 8-hour trip. Both like basically left at 3 in the morning, met with them at 9 a.m. in a different state, drove down there, rented a car, and came back the same day to make it for family time that evening. So it was a terrible day. However, they're going to become a customer of Double Me, and they want me to use my skill set, because I was telling them about all the things I was building. They want me to use my skill set to build products for them, to essentially use my skill set, because I was telling them about all the things I was building. They want me to use my skill set to build products for them, to essentially take the stuff that's in their head that they don't have either capacity, they don't have money to hire a full-time dev. They kind of want someone who can build things quickly, but also understand how they think and is thinking from not just a product standpoint, not just a development standpoint, but also from like a marketing and brand and sales standpoint, also from a customer success standpoint, and from a financial and operations standpoint. So all these things, fortunately, I've had some background in, and they thought that background was interesting when combined with the fact that I can now build almost anything I want. And so I met with them about a month ago, and it looks like we might be able to do some stuff. And then that made me think, wow, how many more people could this help? my partner works in nonprofits. I offered like some ideas for that, and they were like, hey, we might be able to pay you for doing that work and building out these custom products for us, and then if it works really well, I would share it with other people I know in the field that might also be able to use the products that you build based on like what we're doing. So essentially we could, and I was like, oh, that's a design partner, because I would build something that you really want, and then you would give me feedback on iterating it and making it better and better. And then if it's great enough, then you would introduce it to all of your connections, and they would become customers. And so that has now happened in two industries, nonprofits and VCs, which then made me think, I'm not sure if I want this to just be about me. I like obviously need the money. I started really digging into this when it was like, oh my gosh, this could be I've been unemployed for a couple of years, and applied for jobs, started a company, couldn't raise funding, applied for more jobs. And then this fell on my doorstep. And so it's been a road. But I think what has been cool is that now I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with this channel, with my work. And it starts with kind of splitting it off and changing the name of this channel. Because when I started, it was Built by Bolt, because I wanted it to be an application. I wanted it to be like a portfolio of sorts that I could build stuff and help other people build things, because I'm very passionate about entrepreneurs. And now it's evolved to almost like my own little product studio. But as I build more things for more people, it's not that we're a dev agency. It's not that we're a product studio. It's something different. And so that's something different. I'm not going to put a label on it. I'm going to let it just grow organically and figure out what we're going to do. But I feel like it could be powerful because, in a sense, I had a friend of mine, of my cousin, just go through a program. They're like, I'm looking for a job in data science. I know how to code, or at least the baseline. I was like, man, like, couldn't that person just come and work with us on the products that we're building externally? And so they would be like a freelancer of sorts, but it's not like, I'm not leading them. It's not a managerial perspective. It's just like, hey, I think I'm working on some cool things. If you want to come and work on some cool things with me, like, be my guest. We'll pay you a cut of what we get paid. Or if it's an internal product that we're building, we'll pay you a cut of what that revenue is, adjusted to what your salary could be. And so if you think that you should earn $70,000 or $120,000, like, if this product grosses that amount, then sure, like, that can be your income, and then you can manage this product, and now you're the CEO of this product or the head of product for this product. But in the meantime, I know what I need to make. You know what you need to make. So if it doesn't make that, why don't we just split it down the middle? Or not split it down the middle, but split it as a commiserate like difference. So you take 60%, I take 40%, or you take 30%, I take 70%. Or reverse that. You take 70, I take 30, depending on how much time you want to put into it. And so that has really created a new paradigm of work. And I'm not saying it's a thing. It could be a thing, but I do know that I think it might be something interesting. I think it might be interesting to create a new way of, all these vibe coders are out there like, hey, I'm already getting people that want me to build products for them that want to pay for it. Do some of y'all want to help? And then you get paid a cut, and we go, it's not hourly. We're not going to do hourly. We're not going to do salaried. It's just like, hey, I don't know what this could be, but if it's something, you get a cut of that something. And I'm talking about revenue, not equity, because I'm not planning on raising funding for any of these things unless like the pool is great enough that, even then I probably wouldn't want to raise funding. I guess they could throw money at anyways, all that to say, what we're launching, what we're going to change this to is called Built by Six. Six is a nickname that I kind of created for myself in crypto because I wanted to be anonymized, and I think that it can be more. I think it can be. I think we could work on something with design. I think it can be a little bit more fun in terms of bringing a group together, more like a collective or product studio, or maybe we have employees. I don't know what it could be, but I do know that we are building a lot of interesting stuff. And I know that because when I test it with potential customers for all of the products, and I have like 16 to 20 products, 5 that are actually being tested by customers, a couple that are actually being paid by customers that we're earning revenue from. But I think this built by 6 thing could be interesting because it becomes like a destination, and that's what I think it should be. I think how I'm thinking about building these products out is becoming more about an artistic expression because I have so much experience with different things. Like now it's just fun. Double Me is fun. It's a headache, but it's fun because like the design, the branding of it is fun. The way we talk about it is fun. The way that we sell it, I'm approaching it as fun. And same thing for Reference One. Same thing for Emily, when I'll tell you all about that later. Same thing for Quarter Chats, which I'll tell you all about that later too. All of these things, Echo Press Club, some of the other things that we've been looking at. There's a new product that I'm building called Laybrick. All of these things are an artistic expression. I'm not trying to make a ton of money or build $1 billion company. I am trying to build products that will help people in their daily lives, whether that's their work lives or their personal lives. And I would love for you to come on this journey with me and whoever else wants to come along. And so we're not going to accept people that want to build products with us quite yet because we need budget. And when we get budget, what we want to do is essentially like pay for your Bolt, pay for your Claude, pay for your Chat GPT, and then help you learn how to build through building with us. And then you can spin off and do your own thing, or you can just hang out with us. And so I do want, and like I said, I don't want it to be like a leadership type thing. I don't want to manage anyone, but maybe we have offsites. Maybe we have conferences for people who just build with us. Maybe we grow it and like Built by 6 becomes 1,000 builders across the world, and we have conferences where we just hang out with each other, and just maybe we have hackathons at those conferences. Maybe we have sponsors I don't know, like Visa, that's just like, hey, we'll sponsor your mini conference for like a couple $100,000, and like you basically spend that whole time building out products that can help Visa. Like that may sound interesting to some, but it sounds like it could be an interesting way to do a conference in the future. So it's not like a hackathon where you're staying up all night. It's like a week-long hackathon where we're building for one use case or multiple use cases under one segmentation or classification or category. And this is going on for way too long because I'm at 12 minutes and 30 seconds, but essentially we're going to change some things and it's going to be called Built by 6. And I think that is an expansion. Like the Bolt team, what they've built is great, but I think there's more that can be done. I've been hearing a lot about Replit, but I didn't feel like I could bring that here because it's called Built by Bolt. I've been using Claude more. I've been spending more time in back end than front end because Bolt has gotten so good that I still need to spend a lot of time on back end. And that is taking me even further away from just building on Bolt. So sometimes when I do a lot of back end work, I'm not even showing you the videos because I'm like, it's called Built by Bolt. I'm not going to show you like all the things I build with Claude or Gemini. But by changing this channel and changing how we do things to Built by 6, I think then we can start to expand some of the videos. And you've seen that, the Walk With Me series, the Idea Maze series or playlist. We're going to start doing more and more stuff. Maybe we do an online hackathon with each other that essentially like expands beyond just Bolt. And so here we are. Let's see what happens next. See ya.